Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Yako. What it do? Episode 29 to the outlet to reality. The hardest podcast in Vegas and Chicago. What up? I'm here with my co-host Hami Arain. And today I had to bring back my best friend Diana Chlimon. And guess what, y'all? Y'all gotta follow her. She got her channel, Dope Talks. And I want to thank my fans for listening, sharing, commenting, liking, and subscribing. Ching! This is the place where you want to hide from your drama, from your baby mama. Just kidding. But today we have a special guest. Not only is he like a pro hockey player, this guy's a gangster. Give it up for Cory Ward. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, man? Chilling, hanging out.
Cool. Well, it's an honor for you to be here, man. So before we get started, I want to share a quick story that happened to me.
Does this have to do with the club?
It doesn't.
Birthday party?
No birthday party.
Police encounters?
No.
It's gonna be crazy.
And geopolitics? Anything?
No politics.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's hear it.
So have you ever been in that position where you're with a girl and you say the wrong thing? Well, this is the story what's about. I'm about to
What
break
did
it down.
you say, bro?
All right, so tell me why. This is girl that, I was cool with, and she had a man, okay?
That's how it all starts.
That's how it started. And
Cool with and had a man.
had a man. And every time we hang down, she always brought her man. Like we went to Dave and Buster, he's there. We went
Bicyclism, yeah.
right. We went to the movies, he was there. Like
Wait, hold on. Did you know this guy?
Yeah, I knew both. But I was just
Okay.
friends.
So why you mad that he's there though?
But hear me out. I'm just warming up the bacon. I'm just warming it up. So check this out. So one day, it was like a Sunday, she messaged me. And she's like, hey, what you doing? And I was at my crib, chilling in my pillow, doing what I do best, watch TV. And she goes, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, girl. And so she's like, hey, you want to hang out? I said, yeah, I'm not doing. She's like, man, I could go for some food. I said, oh, you know me. I was like, tacos, pizza. And she's like, nah, how about we make pizza? I'm like, that's like the best thing ever. So tell me why within 5 minutes, I get a call and she said, oh, I'm in the front. What the freak? And at this point, I did not take a shower, and be honest. I took a shower last night, but I didn't take a shower this morning. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta put clothes on. So I was like, oh shit, let me put.
But you're a guy. It's so easy for you guys to shower.
Yeah, but I had to,
Go in and-
right. But she was right here. I couldn't waste time, and I like to sing when I'm in the shower. So I had to hurry up, So I put my clothes, I put a t-shirt like normal, and I put some shorts, bam. So I got everything ready. She picks me up, we're driving together, and she's like, hey, let's go stop by and get some wine. I was like, okay. So we go get a bottle, right? Me as a gentleman, I gotta pay for it. So I pay for the bottle. We get there, right? And she tells me, my parents are not home today. And second thing, her man's not there today, which is weird. I'm like, what? So we're there together. She goes to her room and changes her outfit. She's wearing like those really short
What did you say, bro?
wait, hear me out. She wears short. Okay, but look, she wears the short shorts and a tank top.
Booty shorts.
But
She brought the booty shorts out.
Oh, she was looking good. I never forget like it was yesterday. She was Mexican. She was tall. And you know me, I like them tall.
She was tall.
Yeah. And everybody said, why you like them tall? Because I like to crawl. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, she was there. We make the pizza together. And
Wait, hold on. I have a question.
yeah.
Did you ever ask her, like, where's your man? Like,
Yeah, I need more detail.
I'm not there yet.
were you sensing that she was trying to hit on you? And if so, did you, like...
Were you her friend? Were you her friend before this? Or
Yeah, we were just friends.
Right.
Okay.
So we're sitting down. I put some music, right? Because I know how to dance. So I put some music, and we started dancing. Yeah. I was showing off my moves, and she's like, damn, you got style. I said, yeah. So we're sitting down after that good workout. We're eating pizza together. And I asked her the very important question of all. I said, by the way, where's your man? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she goes, oh, we broke up. I said, oh, shit.
Ooh.
And I said, what happened? Just didn't work out. She was really short. So I'm like, okay, maybe she moved on because she made it short. I said, okay.
Nah, she's hurting. She was hurting.
She was
Go
hurt.
ahead.
Yeah, probably, you know. So within 30 minutes of the conversation, she said something that blew my mind. She's like, look, Dave, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you something I don't tell nobody. I said, yeah, what's up? Talk to me. She's like, well, you know, Dave, I'm looking for somebody who's funny, who's outgoing, who could dance, who has a deep voice. And it's like a paragraph, okay?
And I like short.
Yeah,
short.
right, right. And then she was like, someone like you, basically at the end. So this is my turn to shine, right? I said, oh yeah, me too. When she heard that, her whole face changed. She's like, this motherfucker, he probably homosexual. He don't like women.
He's a little weird. He's a little. This guy,
Yeah,
I take back what I said to him. Really.
yeah, because she's thinking now, this fool wants a man who's funny, outgoing, who could
Deep
dance. Voice. Yeah, a deep voice. He did not, and he said, yeah, me too. And so her face changed, and you know what she said? I think it's time for you to go. That killed my mood. It killed everything.
Wait, hold on. You didn't say. Did you say that on accident?
No, like I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
this is the moment where you say the wrong thing to the girl. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
and I miss my opportunity, and I never look back. But that's what happened, man. So I had to share that quick story. But anyways, now we're back to
do you
What's up, brother?
like being a Dennis Rodman? Do you like being the rebounder?
I mean,
Dennis Rodman, the greatest rebounder of all time. Do you like being that role?
I mean, bro, at that moment, bro, I was just the happiest guy on the block. You know,
right.
if I'm ready to, you know, get some action. At that time, bro, I was single, bro, and you know.
So you're just looking for action and split.
Yeah, I was not expecting. That's the crazy thing. So
yeah,
okay, so it's not too bad. If all you're looking for is a little action and split,
Right.
it's not too bad.
And yeah, it depends on the situation. Like if you're about that, then you're about that at that point. Like you know. But then if you don't want to be a rebound, and if you're not, I don't know. It depends on the situation.
Sometimes I realize is when you don't like think of something, like expect something to happen, it doesn't. Like I'm trying to get the right word, but
yeah, like I get what you're saying.
You feel what I'm saying? Like if you don't think about it, like, oh, I'm gonna make a move.
Like it happens.
Yeah, without thinking about it. But if you keep overthinking it, you're not gonna do anything. You feel me? So that's why it was kind of weird for me because I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But that was based on true events. But anyways, today we gotta bring it up to my boy Cory Ward, who's a pro hockey player. And brother, real quick, it's an honor to have you. You're probably our biggest celeb we've ever had. I'm gonna be honest. And I want to ask you like a little bit so our fans to know. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into hockey.
Yeah, man, for sure. Well, first of all, I mean, I hope you guys end up getting bigger celebrities than I am. But so I grew up in Las Vegas. My dad's from New York. My mom's from Michigan. My dad's a huge New York fan. Growing up, man, I remember being really little, you know, Yankees, Jets, Rangers. I was all New York. So when I was young, when I was one, the Rangers won the Stanley Cup. And I remember watching. Something I do remember from being little, I was like, I want to do that. Like, I want to do that. My dad was probably like, shit, he picked the most expensive sport that he wants to do, like out in Vegas. Like, I'm not going to spend all this money. But, I mean, I loved it. It's what I wanted to do when I was little. And, I mean, growing up here, man, like, until I was like 16, any teams out here, man, if you tried out, you were on the team. Like, there's no such thing as hockey out here back then. I mean, the first Vegas-born guy to play in the NHL was Jason Zucker, and he's from Cali and moved here. And that was like 4 years ago.
So no true Las Vegas native.
Actually, one shout out Gage Quinney on the Knights. He's from Vegas and played on the Golden Knights. But I mean, there's maybe only been a couple to play in the NHL.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a little bit different. I mean, there wasn't a lot of kids playing, but it was cool because growing up, I went to schools where, you know, I got to hang out with a bunch of different types of people, and I hung out with like athletes and, you know, every type of person, because I was kind of in a sport where nobody else really knew anything about it. It's kind of like, what do you play hockey? Oh, that's cool. I don't know anything about it. So it was interesting. Definitely growing up and doing that. And I moved away when I was 15. I moved to South Dakota, played some junior hockey. Are you gonna answer that? I moved away to play some junior hockey in South Dakota. So I moved from Vegas to like Aberdeen, South Dakota, and I'm guessing no one knows where that is. Man, it's just a tiny town.
Where's South Dakota? I'm so bad with geography.
It's like, what is it? Oh, that's out there next to Chicago. I mean, not next to Chicago, but I mean,
It's like Minnesota, next to Minnesota.
yeah, you're up there.
It's like on the left of Minnesota.
Cold,
Okay.
farming, not a lot going on.
And
Like,
it's cold, right?
Oh my god! I like -40, -50, and people there love it. You know, they love it.
Wait, do you know like where within South Dakota, like, you know, where like geographically, I guess, would it be closer to the east, or like more north, like closer to North Dakota?
I want to say it's like 2 hours from North Dakota, from like
okay, so you're pretty north.
So yeah,
Well,
and we
North South Dakota, which is weird to say.
Oh yeah, it was
from Vegas to there.
It was nuts. Like, it was crazy. Like, you gotta like start your car early. You have to like chip ice off of your windshield.
Well, in Chicago, honey.
Yeah. You guys know. What it's like. So like, it was a whole cold. Like, I didn't know what it was like to wake up and look outside and be like, oh, I'm not going out there today. Like, there's no chance. Like, I'm.
But that's what hockey is, isn't it? It's all ice and.
Yeah, I guess, but like for an hour, not like living your everyday life, going out and around. So I mean. And up there, like, they love like hunting and love, I mean, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm like a city kid, you know.
Was pond hockey?
Not really.
Was pond hockey a big deal over there?
Yeah, but I didn't get it. Like, I was kind of like, you want to go, like, you know, skate in the ponds? And I'm like, no, I'll skate like inside. Like, I don't want to go outside and be cold. Like, what?
I'm guessing you got a lot of shit for that.
It's scary. Thank you. Like, oh, you know, don't be like a little girl. It's fine. Like, there's like, and they're like, oh, it's like a foot of ice. And I'm like, but I'm 200 pounds, so like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I've seen the movies where people fall through ice. That's not about that. That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be that guy when you're like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have been skating on the pond. I'm not gonna.
Yes.
I like that responsibility.
Yeah. I'm cautious. So yeah, I played there for 2 years and went and played college hockey after that.
Dang.
Nice. Where'd you play in college?
So I played college at Bemidji State. So that's going to be in northern Minnesota. So when I went there, we played schools like, you know, like University of Minnesota, University of North Dakota, Wisconsin. Pretty much, I mean, there's only 60 Division I schools in the United States. So you pretty much, by the end of your 4 years, you get to play all of them.
Damn. And so what was like your big hit, like, that got you from college to like AHL, right? I said it right?
Yep. So I had like a little bit more than 80 points in 4 years of college, which for college hockey is pretty good. I had 1 year where I had like 18, 19 goals, which in college hockey is like good enough to get you to the next level. But pretty much the way that it works is, man, and I didn't know this going, like, if I could tell somebody like advice, I would tell them, man, everything, even in sports, everything's a business. And all it was is just one team needed, you know, a right-handed player that was my size, that kind of played like me, that kind of got points. You have to be this small, specific, you know, perfection in order to play professional sports, even at like the, you know, minor league levels. So it's definitely not like one thing, but like I said, it's like a very detailed, we need this. And if you can fit all the blocks, then you can get a chance. If that makes sense.
That sounds really stressful and exhausting.
Oh, I tell David all the time, like,
really?
Like, we're getting up and working every day. I mean, honestly, like, I'm not going to complain about like playing sports for a living. You know, you get to sleep until 10. Oh, what am I going to do today? Go work out, and then I got nothing else the rest of the day. Like, it is nice. But like, I go to work now and it's like no stress, nobody judging me, nobody, you have a bad day and it's like, oh my God, am I going to make less money tomorrow? So, I mean, yeah, and there's definitely less stress now. It was stressful.
And I feel like that has to, like, if in order to excel in sports, like we're talking, let's say now the greats of fucking like Kobe and all these.
Oh, they're at another level.
Yeah, and they love it. You know what I mean? If it's not something that
it's past love, it's like an obsession. That's how all those greats are. Like I couldn't imagine like guys like people like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and those people. Not only are they just absolutely gifted, but then mentally they're good enough to just they're on all day. I mean, those guys have to watch so much video and they probably do so much throughout the day and commit themselves so much. It's insane. I couldn't imagine. Like they're insane. They're like not even human, honestly.
A lot of like their speeches just to hear what goes on in their head. Like I'm obsessed with the mentality of people that are like
it's that. Different. It is just they think differently, and that's why not everybody. It's weird. Like just playing like a little bit of like professionally, you realize like there's a lot of skilled people, like a ton of skilled people. Right. But in order to have like the skill and the mentality, like the mental capability of being able to do that all the time, and now these guys are doing it when they're like 40 years old plus. Is like it's just another level. There's a reason why they're so great. You know what I mean?
I love it.
It's nuts. I couldn't imagine. Even my body is done. My body is like
really.
Oh yeah, like my hips and shoulders and I mean, David has seen me walk around. There's days I'm like, man, my hips are just not doing good today. I'm like stretching at work and I'm not even really doing anything. Like those guys, like I mean, it's insane to put your body through that for that long.
Yeah.
Well, hockey is like the ultimate like sacrificial sport. Like it's like the sport. It's complete teamwork, and it's like you need everyone, on like the right page, right?
Yeah, you can't have one person that's going to be able to like carry you at all, not even a little bit. Actually, majority, like you're saying, majority of the time, teams that win Stanley Cups and that are successful usually don't have the best player. Actually, most of the time, don't have the best player. So it is definitely like the most unselfish sport. I hate saying that.
Well, I mean, because that makes sense. You mentioned that because people talk about, when think of the best hockey players, people think of Ovechkin's one of the first guys, and Ovechkin just won 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
He barely won a couple years ago, and that was against Vegas too. And that's another thing I want to talk about, the popularity of hockey there. How has it been as someone who has played hockey?
I have a good story for that actually. So when it first came around, I have since I was little, I played hockey with I have my 3 best friends I grew up with. When I went through anything, I lived with them. So obviously we talked about it a lot. And right away there was the hockey community was like, okay, we're going to do this, but how are they going to do it? Is it going to be, hockey is a very, very, Colin Cowherd used it, grandfather type sport. When you go to a hockey game, you guys probably same thing with the Chicago games. You go, it's usually the same music. It's usually the same thing. You see, it's very you see it. If you've seen it once, you've seen it multiple times. It might be different energy in different places. But Vegas, they did it so Vegas-y. It was awesome. It was so much different. But anyway, so I came back so the first year when they went to the Stanley Cup, I was playing still, obviously. And I think that year my team went pretty deep into playoffs. So I came home, and the first week I was home, they were in the Stanley Cup finals. And for game 1, a couple of my friends had tickets and a couple other people, and me and my girlfriend, we were like, let's go down there and just watch outside. And I was like, okay, I think that they'll be around the team pretty good. There should be a good turnout. We'll go see how it is. And I got down there, and it was. Did you guys stand outside for any games or anything like that?
No, I haven't.
Well, I covered the World Series when the Cubs were playing in the World Series for a journalism class, and I had to be there in the city those last 3 days, and they're all the clinching games, just to see in case the Indians won or something like that, right?
Yeah. Okay, so that's perfect that you said that. So I've been down. I mean, kind of sidebar. I've been down in Boston during when the Red Sox are going deep into playoffs, or the Patriots, because I lived over there. I mean, we'll probably talk about that later. I lived in the East Coast for a while, and that fan base is second to none. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. It was just like that. when I went down there. So I Ubered down there. We had to get out of we couldn't even get down to like the stadium. We had to get out and walk. And it was lit. It was crazy down there. I couldn't believe it, man. Like I was so proud of Vegas, how they got around this team. You get down there, you have like a concert with Lil Jon playing, man. You have all of these people. I'm seeing people wearing Washington jerseys and people are booing them and stuff, man.
Yeah.
They did the national anthem, and whenever they showed the like Capitals bench, everyone was booing, and like it was like a roar. It was crazy. It was one of the best experiences of my life. I had a great time. And I mean, just the way that they kind of, obviously, like we're not going to be as advanced as the other places that have had hockey since the original six or whatever, but man, they've done an unbelievable job of at least learning the game and surrounding that team, especially what happened with the shooting.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, brother, because I'm a big club person. I ain't gonna lie, you know, I like the boom, boom, the music.
I think you'd like the Golden Knights. I think you'd like those games.
Yeah, you gotta.
And I could feel the music. I could make. Oh, I forgot the song I was thinking about. But anyways, what I was trying to say, brother, is do you had any experience that you could remember when you went to the club? Because I know you party, brother. I mean, you got to tell me your story. Like you had to have some moments where you went to the club.
Yeah, man. I mean, okay. So I have a couple of good stories. You got to remember, hockey players are kind of weird. They're very when you go to the club, one dude is like, I'm going to pay for everything. Don't worry about money or anything like that. But it's not like hyped up. Like they don't like a ton of attention on them. You know what I mean? They don't like a ton of like I can't use names, but just like, I mean, a small like example, like I have some good funny stories for sure.
Tell me,
you go
bro.
part of some hockey players.
Tell me. And Diane, don't feel bad. I had to jump in, girl. Come on, we got
okay.
you.
I got one. So I told you earlier. I told David earlier. Like, all right. So I got one funny one, and so we get down to Tucson.
That Arizona.
Yep, Tucson, Arizona, which is a fun place to party. Like you got the school right there, but like their bars are cool. They're all like half club, half sports bar, half like regular bar.
I love that.
It's like always like half outdoor, half indoor. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Like you can go and watch sports.
What is that place? Old Town, is it in Arizona?
Yep,
Old
I think
Town.
it is Old Town.
Old Town is nice.
And it's like night. It's like updated. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go there and like get bottle service, but also be like in the corner, like drinking beers and watching a sports game. It's really cool, right? They like combine it, kind of.
And it's outside. You're right. I love that.
And you're like outside.
Weather's nice.
It's so fun. So we're there, and so we get there on the bus. And normally this never happens. Our coach pulls me and like one of probably my best friend on the team at the time.
So you guys are going as a team to the club.
Yeah, well, yeah. Usually, yeah. Well, there's usually like a big group of guys that they're like, you know, you get somewhere and they're like, hey, we're on the bus, you know, you can hear it on the plane, like, hey, where are we going? Oh, I'll look it up. Oh, we're going here. Already got us a table here. Like, you know what I mean? You have like those groups, and you know, you usually have like the older guys that, you know, they have families, they don't like doing that stuff as much. But I was always with the guys that went out usually. So usually, like, if you say, so we got there, so we were playing California, so it was just a quick trip to get there, a quick flight. And usually they never tell you, I mean, most coaches don't tell you if you're going to be playing the next night because you bring extras. So you kind of like look and hope, and you're kind of like, okay, I don't think I'm playing tomorrow. I can go a little harder when we go out versus like if I'm going to play tomorrow, I'm going to have to sleep in and try to pull it together. The only time ever he pulls just me and probably my best friend at the time, loved going out, pulls aside and he goes, hey, just so you guys know, you guys have a workout tomorrow. You're not going to play in the game tomorrow night. So we look at each other and we're like, oh, we're going out then. Like, let's do this. Like we're like, okay, shower, meet back down in like 20. Okay, perfect. So we come back down and we go to this bar, and obviously we're getting trashed. We're getting bottle service and everything. And I look over, and he has this lady who looked, she was older, but like, you know, she was good looking. She was older. She looked like she had it together. He's at the bar, and I remember looking, for some reason, I remember looking back, and I mean, this is like, almost blackout. Like we're almost done. And I see her like scratching his back. And I'm like looking and looking, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, she has this huge rock on. And I'm like, that's like weird. So I go up, and he's like, dude, I'm gonna go home with her. Like, all right, man, whatever. So he's like, I don't have a phone. Like, let me get your phone for Uber, blah, blah. I'm like, here's my phone. Take it, get an Uber back, blah, blah. I'll see you in the morning. So the night ends. So next morning, I get to where we're working out. And I'm like, hey, man, how'd your night go? And he's like, you need to sit down. I need to tell you the story.
What happened?
So this guy, and I don't know how much I can even say on this podcast, but I'll just tell you.
Just say it, bro.
So I'm like, what's up, man? And he's like, okay, so that lady, we're walking out to her car, and she's like, can I come over? Like, where are you staying? And he's like, well, I'm at the hotel. Like, I have roommates, so we can go to your place if that's cool. And she's like, oh, no, that's fine. Like, I have roommates too. And he's like, okay, like, this is on. Like, okay, this is sweet. She's taking me home to her roommates. So they're walking up to their car, like, nice, like, Beamer SUV. And she opens the back door for him. And he's like, okay, that's a little weird, like, whatever. So she opens the back door. He hops in. She sits in the passenger seat, hops in. And an older guy gets in the front in the driver's seat. And she's like, well, this is my husband, the roommate I was telling you about. Like, we live together. And he's like, oh, my God, I'm in this car. Like, he's like, am I about to get killed? Like, I have no idea. So he said they're casually talking on this, like, 25-minute drive to their house.
What? Why is
and it's like, so what do you do? Like, what do you? Yeah, right. Like, and he's freaking out. Like, and he doesn't know the code to my phone. I didn't tell him the code, so he has no phone, no nothing. He's getting taken to these people's houses.
Oh.
And yeah, so he gets there, and he's like, he doesn't know what's going on, and the guy goes, well, you can go upstairs, like, with, like, my wife or whatever. And he's
swingers.
like, yeah. And he's like, oh my God, dude, like, okay, like, I'm here, so
what?
I'm gonna do it. So he goes up. Yeah, it gets worse. So he goes up there, and like, she's in bed or whatever, waiting for him. And so they start doing whatever. The guy comes up, knocks, comes in the door, and comes and sits on the edge of the bed with him. Yeah.
Wait, as he's doing it too?
Yep. And he's
so your friend just turned around like
yeah. You gotta, and my buddy's like, he's younger than me, so he was like 22 at the time. Like,
oh my.
And so he was telling me, like, now, so this is like coming from him telling me the story, like, in our gym. And he's like, so at this point, like, I gotta do it. Like, he's like panicking, but he's like, I gotta do it. So well, no, he's gotta just get out of there. He's gotta do her and get out of there. I don't know what he's got, right? Like, what do you do at that point? I don't know what you would do.
He has no phone. He has no phone.
No phone.
And if he left, it would be kind of a buzzkill for everyone in the room too.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Actually, I don't want to do this. And then
like, this is weird. I thought I was up for it, but I can't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's probably the smarter thing to do. But he was like,
or maybe he kind of liked it though, maybe.
Well, no, he was like, I knew I was going to be here tomorrow. I wanted to tell the guys a good story. Like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. I was panicked. I was freaked out.
Right.
So he finishes or whatever. And now he's like, I have no idea where I am. Like, how am I going to get home? So they're like, do you need a ride? Like, do you need a ride? And he's like, no, like, that's the last thing I want. Like, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do this again.
I have a question.
Yeah, shoot.
Did the guy just watch?
Yep, watch the whole thing.
That's it?
The whole thing. Yep, that's it. No, he didn't throw any moves in or nothing. He watched.
There are guys that like to watch their wives have sex with other men.
Oh, this was a topic of discussion for like 2 months after this. Like, we could not stop. Like, we wanted like their number to figure out what happened.
Right.
Anyway,
like
so he ends up being like asking the wife. He's like, can I please just like, can you just take me to my hotel? Like, at this point, it's like, it's like 4 a.m.
right.
And she's like, yeah, I'll have him take you home. So he gets in the front seat with this guy.
Oh my.
And like I said, it's like a 30-minute drive. And he said this dude had the most casual business-like conversations with him. And as he drops him off, he was like, can I get your phone number? Next time you're in town, maybe we can do this again. And he was like, "No, I'm good," and went in the room.
Well, that's a guy who's very secure with his identity. That's for sure.
I don't know. We can never figure it out.
Wow. That's
But
wild.
as far as bizarre stories, that's one of my better ones for sure.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
I don't think you thought I was gonna go that direction.
No, you
No.
shot.
Not really, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I
so,
mean, when you got to the point where the driver's coming in and you mentioned the husband, then, you can kind of see it. But
She called him a
I thought it was
roommate.
going to be a little bit more action.
I thought, I don't know. I thought the
Oh
guy
man, he was
was
like,
gonna
he thought he was gonna die. He thought he was gonna die for sure.
That could have happened too.
But yeah,
Next day, change the shift. Got to go to the bench again now.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe we'll see him in the stands.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody's saying too. That's so funny.
Dude, that's crazy. You know what? I think that probably has to happen a lot with.
It does, dude.
Oh yeah,
With what?
No, with celebrities. Because think about it. You see, let's just say you see Lil Wayne.
Well, I mean,
right?
did they know that they were hockey players? I mean, it could have just been,
Like,
you just saw like
had
a
to.
younger guy.
And how people are is people don't realize that there's like levels that I played in where you're not a celebrity. Like you're good enough to not work and like make a good living, but like you're not gonna like sleep with one of them and like make your life out of it. You know what I mean? People don't like realize that there is like a huge difference. Not everybody is a millionaire. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I was thinking, look, if you had Lil Wayne, right? Let's say your girl, right? I don't want my girl to do that, but let's say you had a girl, and Lil Wayne said, "Hey, Moonlight baby," and he says to your girl, "Hey, little girl,
She's gotta do it.
I'm gonna do my his little voice, and we can make it."
You would say yes to Lil Wayne having sex with your girl?
No, I wouldn't. But listen, hear me out.
First of all,
you understand. You understand.
Yeah. So let's say he's talking to my girl, right? And he's like, "I can make your bed rock." And so the girl, she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's my favorite song," even though he didn't make it, but he was on the song. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, please!" And then he's like, "I can do that Flintstone, whatever, right?" So she takes the girl, right, my girl, to the bedroom, right? And I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" But some people, they'd be like, "Yo, it's cool. It's Lil Wayne. We gotta treat him like it's his house." You know what I'm saying? We got a celebrity once in a lifetime. We gonna have him do. I'm gonna make your bed right.
Okay, wait. I have a question. So, would you be okay with that? Would you say yes?
Hell no! But I'm just giving you a scenario. I'm just giving you a scenario.
We'll have to give you the right opportunity for him to say yes. Let's call Michael Jordan.
Right.
There you go.
I'm just saying, like, I can see why it happens a lot. If
you understand, you're not saying you agree, but you get it.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, guys don't just do that with like guys aren't just gonna be like, yeah, for just celebrities. There's some guys that really just like any guy. It doesn't matter who he is. It doesn't have to be a celebrity, but any guy to sleep with his man, that turns them on. It's like a fetish.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For guys who can't have sex, you never know. Like maybe they're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Like, you're with me, we're loyal, but as long as I can watch and I can like supervise, if you're at that, if that's what you're into,
right?
Then, you can do that because you know what I mean? Which is like,
I can't please you, so here's someone who can.
Like we're in love still and everything, but like I want you to be able to enjoy sex, and it's kind of really understandable, I think.
No.
In that case, yes. Like I think
in that case, and if that was the scenario there, then it's like totally understandable.
Yeah.
If you think about it, she has her ring on. She kind of picked the guy. It's not like she did anything that her husband didn't know about.
True.
Well, yeah. I mean, it sounds like. Like I mentioned earlier, it sounds like that guy is very much secure with his identity.
Exactly, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Very much, okay with anything. He sounds like a very chill guy, very Vegas-like.
Yeah, said very nice.
My man's not gonna go like, yeah, go ahead, girl. Do you think?
Yeah,
right. That's right.
Personality types just sometimes don't align, but I guess theirs did.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, one last question before you go. Back to the hockey stuff.
Yeah, we got out of any hockey stuff.
Just some. We'll get you back on another episode. We'll talk more hockey stuff. But favorite players all time and favorite team growing up.
So favorite player all time is definitely Mark Messier. I don't care what anybody says. He is better than Wayne Gretzky.
Really? Okay.
Wayne Gretzky never won a Stanley Cup without Mark Messier. Mark Messier won 2 without Wayne Gretzky. Mark Messier also captained more teams to Stanley Cups. I grew up a Ranger fan, which was just the hardest thing ever in the world. That's like
Right,
almost
yeah.
as hard as being a Jets fan. No, yeah, probably equally as hard. But now, man, especially with, like I said, my buddy playing on the Knights, man. Like I'm a diehard Knights fan now.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be, right? I mean, because it's now it's your home team. I mean, like,
yeah, it's the first pro team. I've never been like a fan of anything. You guys had like Chicago your whole lives. You didn't realize how blessed it is to have a team to say like it's yours. So I mean, it's cool. It's cool having like some pro teams, especially with the Raiders too.
That's what's up.
well, the thing about Chicago was like it was like
You have
very
so many-
much like no one cared until they drafted Jonathan Taves, right? Or maybe who was second?
Yeah.
I think it was Kane
No,
second.
it was Taves and Kane. Yeah, I mean, after them, it was kind of.
It was they were back-to-back years, but yeah, they made the conference finals one year, and then everyone started paying attention, and then they won the Stanley Cup the next year in the most amazing way possible. And then they won a couple years later, and also the most amazing way possible.
Yeah.
So I mean, like so many legendary, like the legends of those guys,
Yeah.
So like
And
that
they
one,
have
that's
great-
extremely helped,
Yeah.
the popularity here.
Right.
Yeah, you guys have such a crazy sports fan base, like especially after watching like Jordan's documentary. Like you guys have so many sports teams that once one is like the bottom, Chicago like stops watching them. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't care. I'm gonna start watching. I'll start watching the Cubs now, or I'll start doing this. Like you have to. Stay
Yeah, I mean,
up
that was like with the Bulls
to
last
watch.
couple of seasons. Like people stopped
Yeah.
caring. The Blackhawks, people are starting not to care as much, but they made the playoffs this year, and
Exactly.
people, they're back on it. They're like, oh, maybe we can win it again.
Yep, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of a bandwagon.
There
That's
you go.
totally okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, real quick, guys, let me wrap it up because we only got like 3 minutes left. So, real quick, thank you guys for listening. My fans out there, don't forget to share, like, comment, subscribe. Cha-ching! This is the Outlet to Reality, the hardest podcast in Vegas and Chicago. I want to thank you, Cory, for coming through. It's an honor to have you share your stories. And, yeah, we'll definitely have you back.
For sure. Talk more hockey.
Right. And Diana Chlimon, my girl, my bestie. Can't wait. Dope Talks. I actually saw your newest episode that came out today. So it was popping, girl. I thought it was dope. Anything you want to say real quick, Diana? And then we'll all take turns share a little something, like a little goodbye. Diana, you want to say something to your fans or anything?
Well, check out that new episode that I did just post. I'm talking with Eddie Pinero, who's the founder of Your World Within, which is an amazing YouTube channel. And it's like motivational speeches, but he does it in like story form, almost like movie form, like very theatrical, and he's amazing. So check that out. And thanks, Cory. It's really like, I'm not a huge hockey person, but it was nice to talk to you and kind of that realm.
There you go.
Yeah.
And what about you, Cory? Any last words you want to share?
Yeah, one of my best friends just started a clothing line. I'm wearing one of the shirts right now, and the most comfy shirts I've ever worn. It's called Suitcase Livin'. I'm sure D, you can put maybe like his Instagram in maybe like the bio or a link or something. If you comment or message him and use my name, Cory Ward, he'll give you a little discount.
Perfect.
Cory Ward, CORYWARD, right?
Either way you spell it, he'll know what you're talking about.
Okay, perfect. Sweet.
All right, guys.
Get that discount.
Discount.
Peace.